Let's back this thing up just a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Just a little. Okay. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Hold on. These things never be working for me. They don't be working for me. I suck at setting up, cameras and whatnots. So happy Friday. If you're watching this on Venus Day, happy Venus Day to you. If not, this message is reaching you at the time that it's supposed to reach you, okay? So we are live streaming. So as I promised yesterday, in yesterday's reading, that I was going to tap into the Divine Mother energy, see what messages want to come through for us as far as loving energies, I guess you could say. Hey, Sam. Happy Venus Day to you too, sis. Thank you. All right. Like the video, y'all. Okay? Like the video. Show some love to the chat. I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah. Let's engage. It is early where I'm at. It's 9:26. 9:26. Okay. I might have to take these off because there's this glare and I can't see. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, Ro. Happy Friday to you too, sis. Good morning. Good day. Oh, look at the numbers. It's my birthday on the view and likes. It's my birthday number. I've been seeing my birthday on the clock a lot. Is that happening to y'all too? I know that's an occurrence sometimes for some people. I wonder if, I know it's not just me, because I've heard friends and stuff like that tell me that they see their birthdays on the clock too. So I don't know. All right, so let me adjust some of these cards off the table because I think I'm gonna start off with the Mother Mary Oracle, and then I'll do the tarot reading. I just want to see what messages the Divine Mother has for the collective of us. Okay, what's our message? If you are a mother, or you desire to be a mother, or you love your mother, or you might need to heal your relationship with your mother. But before I get into the overall energy, let's tap into this. Okay. Divine Source God, Divine Mother energy, I thank you for your divine presence, your love, your peace that you provide, that you give us, your healing energy. Okay. What messages do you have for the collective before we get started? Okay. Okay. The number 34 with Our Lady of Nourishment. Oh, look at that. It has an aura. Y'all see that? It's probably the camera effect, but it's kind of dope. Okay. Let's see. 34. Okay, there she is. Okay. Can't see. So do you hunger, my child, for love, for security, for knowing that all will be well? Do you hunger for food, for possessions, for relationships, for opportunities to be free in the world and to make your mark? Do you hunger, my child, for feelings of tenderness, appreciation, and acknowledgement? Let me fulfill that hunger now through the divine presence of the bounty that it brings. Let me fulfill that hunger, that you may know fullness, not only fed by the spiritual worlds, but nourished through delight in your precious life in this physical world through which you are approaching your spiritual enlightenment. I'm not going to read the whole thing because this book is quite lengthy. But some of you guys may feel kind of alone sometimes, or you feel like that love, that appreciation, all those things that were mentioned. In some way you hunger for that. And I always tell people, it's not always the most, people make things complex sometimes. It really is easy to find that comfort by sitting with with yourself, and like tapping into the God presence and energy around you and the spirit, your divine team around you. Sometimes we want that tangible, because we're human too. We want the tangible love and appreciation and the hugs, and we don't want to feel physically alone in our physical space, but that presence is always with you. So let's tap into the rest of the reading. Way I do my thing so for real. Are you figuring my tens, my baggy dreams, my thug appeal? I don't know if y'all can hear this. I don't own the rights to this music, YouTube, okay? Don't get me. But I have music playing in the background. But I think this cancels out sounds. You probably can't even hear it. Anyway. Oh, baby, bring it all to me. Oh. Give me your time, your love, your space, your energy. I like this song. I miss this type of like the 90s and back. The 70s is like one of my favorite eras of music, but the 80s too, the 90s of course, and the early 2000s is good. I miss those eras, those days of music. Every day, yeah. All right. The days of like the girl groups and the boy bands. Wow, there's a card. This one's flipped face upward. The Queen of Chalices, which is the Queen of Cups. Ain't she slaying? She's slaying. Yes, indeed. The Winds of Change, which is the Wheel of Fortune in this deck, but it's in reverse. But I'm going to show you upright. Some of y'all need to be kind to yourself. I feel like I keep getting the same messages. Like, it's kind of similar to yesterday's message, like the general message at least, to be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Some of you guys may not understand that you are in the midst of a change or a shift. It could seem kind of chaotic a little bit. Hey, how are you, sis? I'm glad you can catch me live. Happy Venus Day. Yeah, the music back in the day was just special. It was different. Hey, Namiko, how are you, sis? Happy Venus Day. Happy Friday. Yeah, you can't replace and real instruments too, where they actually use that's why I enjoy live music so much, because you really have a live band there playing the music, so it's just like it's a different vibe. Ooh, one of my favorite cards in the deck. So you have, why I picked the Queen of Cups up again? Anyway, the High Priestess, the Ace of Plants, which is equivalent to the Ace of Pentacles in this deck. The Sibling of Chalices is in reverse. I keep picking up something about siblings and healing with sibling relationships. Could be your own or your own children, something with healing with that. Elder of Chalices. So the Elder of Chalices is equivalent to the King of Cups. So what's funny is you have two counterpart energies in the siblings. Siblings, I believe, are the knights. Yeah, the children in the deck is the pages, and then the siblings are the knights. So this is like a family energy. But this elder, to me, it doesn't feel like a counterpart energy. It feels more so like a mastering an element of yourself. And it feels like this is connected to, it's kind of like a spiritual understanding of where you're at, like showing the progression and growth, or how you handle the seasons and the winds of change that you're in. And some of you guys may not understand that yet, that you're in this midst of change. But the fact that the Elder of Chalices ends the spread tells me that this is you coming to some type of place of peace and understanding of where you are. It's like maybe you come to realize that this change that's happening, it's not a bad thing. It's not something bad happening to you, but it's happening for you, for your progression. It's like a lot of spiritual, like, insights, like understanding. Like, I always tell people sometimes, like, when we go through things, if we don't have discernment of what season we're in, we'll look at it possibly as like chaotic or a bad thing, or we're doing something wrong, or, you know, the universe is working against me, when in fact all it is just tapping in and discerning, okay, why is things stagnant in my life right now? Because it could be an opportunity for you to figure out, okay, well, where do you want to go next? It doesn't have to be stagnancy, like something's wrong and you're blocked. Sometimes it's an energy of, let's be present in the here and the now. What do I want? What do I want to be? Do I need to shift something? Is it giving me the opportunity to do something different, something new? You know what I mean? Like, discern where you're at. And I feel with the Ace of Plants, the Ace of Plants can represent the things that you wish to nourish, the things that you wish to start fresh, start new, but you have to tend to those things, right? With plants, they need that tender love and care. And this plant can represent you as well. You are the plant. What type of nourishment do you need? I had this analogy, I guess. I think it was a Patreon weekly reading. And if you guys are interested in weekly readings, check out my Patreon. I do weekly general love reads every Saturday on Patreon, and a collective weekly love reading every Saturday. So 2 weekly readings. But I was picking up that when we gravitate towards certain plants, whether we do our research on these plants or we get them and then we like learn, where we have to learn how to nurture these plants, how to baby them, how to water them, you know, take care of them, what type of environment do they need to be in, the climate, how often do you water them, you know, do you wash them, like the leaves, like how do I take care of this plant, this flower, or this succulent, like how do I take care of it? And that's kind of like with yourself. So the analogy was, it's like there's different parts of yourself maybe that you have to learn how to nurture. You know, what the certain aspect of yourself needs a certain type of attention and love. Maybe you're somebody that is a creative individual, and it's very easy for you to nurture that side of yourself, to celebrate that part of yourself, or to find passion and all of that. But when it comes to another aspect of yourself, the part of yourself maybe that is a bit not really good with patience, you know, you have to work through being patient, or you're clumsy, or you feel like you love too easily, or you fall into traps of, you know, giving too much to people. Like, learning to love and nurture these different elements and aspects of yourself. It's kind of like a plant. You got to learn how to take care of it. So same thing with yourself, and with the season that you're in, due to the circumstances of where you are. Is it something that you need to learn to nurture, have patience with, or is it one of those things where, yeah, I don't think it's anything else but that. I don't think it's anything else but that. Okay, so let's tap in and see. I know the sign on my door says I'm live. I it's sad that I got to do that, because they don't comprehend that. Not the side chick song. He's mine, you may have had him once, but I got him all the time. Do, 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 do. No. Greetings. Yeah, this is like the ultimate side chick song. Or not really side chick, but it's like that love triangle song, that third party shit. It's ashy. I wouldn't waste my time. Yeah, she was telling that heifer off in the most melodic way. Like, it's one of those R&B classics, of course, but the song is funny though. When you sit and listen to it, it's like, really, heifer? Why are you fighting over this dude? He probably got dusty Timbs. Probably ain't had a lineup in like weeks. Probably got dusty braids. Just like, it's been a while. I know. I don't go live often, so you ain't missing much. Let's pull these astrological cards, because yeah. If somebody's cussing on the live, it's saying that I have to review it. Or unless somebody's being an asshole. I don't know. Because it says, yeah, something's held for review. Patience. That is the word of the day. Nourishment and patience is the word of the day. Literally. Okay. So, patience, it says Capricorn wisdom. And the hands of the clock move slowly. You might judge as you race against the clock. Are you ahead or behind? Look to adjust how you measure yourself against other people or your own expectations. Cultivate your sense of intuitive timing and let go of comparison. Oh, it was you? Oh, I see what it was. You're good. But yeah. Can y'all see that? Oh, I'm going to read this bottom one too. Let me see what's at the top of this. You have perspective. Exactly. So we're going to take these 3 cards because I feel like these are hitting on where we're at with this. Kind of, that's why I like oracle cards, because they kind of bring it full circle, you know what I mean? Like it further solidifies what's coming through already. So perspective is Gemini's spirit. It says every book contains a story. Stories can be enrapturing. Well, we tell stories to make sense of life, but sometimes our stories limit us. Which stories are carved in stone and which are you ready to revise? Write your autobiography from a new perspective and enjoy a shift in attitude. Some of you guys, this is like your testimony. Like, instead of like, look at it from a different perspective. Like, this current chapter that you're in is funny because it's a book. So like, we go through different chapters of our life. So if you were to think of your life presently right here in this moment, if you look at it as a storybook, like, what would the chapter be? Like, instead of looking at it like this is my life and this is just it, this is a chapter. It's got different aspects of the chapter before you turn it to the next chapter. But right now, this chapter that you're in, it's important to be present within it. And then later on, it could be something that you share with other people, whether that's literally an autobiography or a book, because sometimes that comes through my readings, like people writing books or thinking about telling their story or testimonies and things like that, like sharing and helping people. That could also confirm that for some of you that resonates with. And what was at the bottom of the deck was appreciation or sadness, Cancer, emotion. Let me show you the perspective card first. Can you see it? Okay. So, a lot and taking notes. So you have appreciation or sadness with a love letter to yourself. Speaking of writing, a love letter to yourself. You may have found yourself filled with gratitude recently. This is a rich and fulfilling time. But if instead you have been yearning to ease somber feelings, consider that giving thanks can make you happier. Experiment by writing a thank you note to yourself. I like that. I might try that today. It's Venus Day, so like we got to love up on ourselves in a way that, you know, is practical, that resonates with us, because somebody else's method may not work. Like, some people might naturally be okay with stating affirmations over themselves or doing mirror work, you know, speaking to themselves in the mirror and saying I love you. And some people might be like, that's cringy as fuck. But sometimes that cringy stuff helps you heal, because the more you do it, you start to see the results. You start to feel more connected to those methods instead of feeling like cringy and like, this is so unrealistic to me. But maybe take the advice from this card and write a love letter to yourself saying thank you to yourself. Okay. Yeah, and sometimes calling out of work. Like, if you got those sick days, you know, VTO or whatever that you can take from work, PTO, whatever, where you can take time for yourself and it's not hurting you, you know, do that. Honor yourself. You don't, you know, you're not meant to just be on go, go, go all the time. Like, you need a break. So Cancer, Gemini, and Capricorn energy could be relevant to some of you. Let's get an angel number. It wouldn't be a love day without talking about romantic love. So later today, I am gonna go live and do like some mini how do they feel readings for $11.11, $11.11, $11.11. I'm gonna do some how do they feel reads. It's like some quick mini straight to the points. I'm gonna go live probably later this afternoon. So I'll put it up on I'll put the live up like let you know, like schedule it so you know what time and all of that if you're interested. Okay. But other than that, we talking about ourselves right now. We talking about the love around, and within self right now that we need to be focused on. So let's see what angel numbers want to come through for the collective divine source guide, our angels divine team. Is that the only one? Is that the only one? Nope. Okay, they said stop. Okay. So there's these two cards. We're just gonna do these two cards. Why am I not surprised? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Go. Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you, Namiko. If you guys are single, I have single love reads too. It ain't always about another person. Sometimes we want to check in with ourselves and where we're at on our, love journey with self and our single season and what do we need to know. So that reading is available. I'll leave it in the description. But you got 222. Ooh, there we go. With alignment. 717 with bravery. Okay. So 222, of course, I feel like that's fitting. That reminder that you are in alignment sometimes even when you think that you're not in alignment. So the bravery card also as well, 717, can also be a testament for spirit to remind you where you are right now. All it requires is you to have faith in yourself and have the audacity to progress forward even when you feel like you're out of alignment, you're not sure, it's a little wobbly. Like showing up for yourself is a power move every time, even if it feels very small. Like that's why I'm grateful for the people I have in my life, like my friends, my sister friends. Like there be things that we might look at and say like, oh no, that's mediocre, that wasn't really that big of a deal. But to do this, because it takes me it takes me some energy to come on camera and be like, I'm gonna just show up and just do it, hit live, because you can hit record and then you can sit with it and be like, oh, I'm not posting it, because I've done that. Like I'll sit and record things and like, I'm not posting that. But to just go live and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go on, that is a lot. You show up for yourself, and not only that, I'm showing up for others too. So it's like you got to get out of your own way. But when it comes to like your personal trials and tribulations, showing up for yourself can look like just getting out of the bed because maybe you don't want to. Showing up for yourself could be having those tough conversations with others when you really don't want to deal with it or address it so much, but you know that you need to, and that's showing up for yourself. That's bravery. When you decide to cut something out of your life, or you say, today I don't have no business eating that, I'm not going to eat that, I'm going to opt for something more healthier, something I know I need to eat, or let me not overeat, let me not, that's showing up for yourself. It might seem minimal, it might seem small, but subconsciously your mind is taking that in too, and it's keeping record. So the more you do those things, the more disciplined, the more in alignment you are, the more you're going to put yourself in a positive direction and alignment when you do those things too. Okay. Yes. Rekindling. That makes sense, because we do have the sibling card. We have the Queen of Cups and the Elder of Cups. Like it's like a whole family affair with the chalices. They just all here. And what I love about the chalices people, what I love about the cups people, is that they are very loving. They are people with emotional depth. They're also very creative people too, creative in expression. So maybe a way to like come together with family or to rekindle relationships is something creative or some type of creative expression, listening to music together. I know families usually bond over music. Like you could put on a song and everybody will be like, hey, and you know, like get into that mode, or it brings you to a nostalgic, you know, memory, and it just brings everybody together. Like that's the power of music and song. So that could be a form of it. And I think in another reading, I don't know if it was my it might be Patreon, where I was mentioning that going somewhere with a sibling, like to kind of like rebuild your relationship. Maybe there's been some distance between, it doesn't have to be beef, but maybe like life is just kind of taking you guys in separate directions for a time, and like doing something together, something creative, like taking a paint class together, or doing a little makeup, you know, little lip lab kit thing together, or candles, or jewelry class, or the paint and sips. Do they still do paint and sips? I think they still do. Those used to be really fun, but I used to love doing those. But paint and sips, or something creative where you guys can interact, or like go to like a game room thing, or something where you can work together and like, yeah, teamwork, or just like with family as a whole too. Okay, my favorite deck. I love to close my readings out with this deck, the Magic Spirit Oracle. So I'm going to pull a card from it and read from the book because I like the information that the book provides. But yeah, let's tap in. Sing it, Tevin. I love Tevin Campbell. He just made them hits in the 90s and just disappeared and never made another song again. It's like, damn. We need that voice back. We need that. Because Can We Talk lives rent free in a lot of R&B lovers' hearts. That song just lives rent free forever. All right. All right. You have number 23 with the mind card. And it says, give to the mind and it gives back. And the keywords are inspiration, mood, and cycle. Okay. All right. They blacklisted him. Probably. There's a lot of like people from the 90s that just kind of like, you know, we don't hear about no more. Okay, this is one song I ain't fucking with. We are not listening to Crossroads. Some of you guys probably need to honor your ancestors. That Bone Thug song, I don't like that. Like that song, like I think I have to get over the. There's one of those songs like I gotta get past it, but cause that music video just scarred me. I don't like when I see that music video come on. I don't like that music video. It's kind of creepy, but it's not like. But maybe somebody's ancestors need a little bit of some tender loving care, some appreciation. That's for those of you that work with your ancestors and probably have ancestor altars. But the affirmation in this card, it says, I take care of my mind and it takes care of me. And ironically, the high priestess, I forgot to mention this, the high priestess is always depicted with pomegranates. And pomegranates are really good for like brain health and wellness. And she's upholding a pomegranate, so it might even help your intuition and to help you focus a little bit better. Yeah, I like Bone Thugs and Harmony, don't get me wrong. I like Bone Thugs and Harmony, but some of their songs is a little creepy, and knowing what some of them said, like they used to dabble in certain shit, like I can hear it in the music, so that's probably why I'm kind of just like, I don't know about this song. Where'd you get the inspiration? What spirit gave this to you? Because I don't know if I like it. But anyway, that's a whole nother subject. So it says, the scientist, mental clarity, brain power, and peace. If we want to brighten the mind, then we must feed it light. The mind is delicate and ironically a powerful center. It is fragile in the sense that it wants its owner to be gentle and kind to its needs. Only then can it be awakened in a healthy force. To be strong, the mind must be nourished. That's the word of the day. Nourishment. And what was the other one? Somebody put it in the chat because I don't remember what I said. I don't remember. I know nourishment was one of them. I don't remember what the other one was. Anywho. Okay. Not every mind has the same mental appetite. It must be treated with reciprocity and respect. We cannot expect so much from it when we are not giving it something of equal value in return. The mind card is about mental health, creative stimulation, inspiration, and thoughtfulness. The artist must create. The scientist must experiment. The monk must meditate. The shaman must chant. The explorer must explore. We all have pieces of these archetypes within us. This is a cycle of inspiration. We must nurture them, or the artist will get deprived. The scientist will start raving mad. The monk loses their peace, and shamans connect with spirit weakened, and so on. Without the proper nurturance that can follow or that cannot flow or grow. Pulling the mind card can be in a positive omen that a bright, creative, and intelligent time is coming. That you have been putting all of this into practice, and your mind is sparkling and brimming with mental growth, new ideas, and clarity. This can be a time of stimulating momentum and strokes of brilliance in your life. Take advantage of it and continue to treat your mind with the utmost respect and love. Yes. Hey, sis. Hey, Tori. I tried to call you. I don't know if you tried to call me because I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, okay? So I probably missed it or I don't know. But I hope you're well, sis. Let me check because I can't see all of that. Like, I can see some, but I can't see everything. Oh, you're just about to call me. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you're available. They did. They used to dabble in some shit. I watched Bone Thugs and Harmonies. Oh, they do have hidden messages on the cover. I wouldn't doubt it. I watched, what was it? It was like a podcast that one of them, the one that was in the hospital not that long ago, he was on a podcast and he was talking about how they was playing with Ouija boards and shit like that. So I'm not going to demonize Ouija boards. I'm not going to say that they're inherently bad, but I feel like you need to know what you're doing, you know, be mindful of what you getting yourself into and properly use it a certain way. You can't just go in and be like, let me just ask some shit and just tap in, and then you don't know how to close the energy out, and then you got this spiritual conduit shit in your house, and then you like complaining about paranormal shit happening in your house. It's a whole thing. But yeah, they were talking about they talked to a dead friend or something, some crazy shit, like, you know, like, I don't know, when I listen to their music, it has this dark element to it, you know what I mean? Like, there's this one song by them that I used to like it, and it was almost very enchanting in a sense. Like, yeah, music is something else. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like music can be used in different ways, and some songs, like, you gotta be careful what type of spirits and energies is on that shit, because some people be getting ideas, like, you know, you can get creative inspirations that just come through you. Some creative inspirations that can be coming from some demonic spirits, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, where did I get the idea to write that? Some people just off top just be getting shit and just write it down, and that could either heal you and bless others and heal others, or it could be one of the things that provoke people to want to do some shit they don't have no business doing. And gangster rap has dark energy in it. It does. Like, yeah. Ooh, child, no, not the mirror magic. I think I remember that, hearing about that. Like, they had this album cover that if you reflected, child, no, like, we ain't doing that. Yeah, he tried to play it off, I think, whatever, the one of the Bones, I don't remember his name, but he was trying to play it off like they didn't know what the symbolism were that they were doing in their on their album covers and their photo shoots. Like, they were just directed to do that. Not discounting that completely, but they know what they was doing. Just like 3-6 Mafia. 3-6 Mafia admitted that they worship the devil, that they worship Satan. So, I mean, what you think 3-6 means? Like, they admitted to that. So yeah. It just seems taboo to some people, especially like hip hop. Like, now everybody's kind of like woke on that. But like way back in the day, like, black folks been into witchcraft, like dark witchcraft, like Satanism, shit like that. You just wouldn't think that, but hip hop probably is like the rock music when it comes to Satanism. Like, that's like they top. And I just learned about Songwriter Secret, but not really. I think somebody just explained Songwriter Secrets differently, how they'll write a song about a topic. Like, you know how, like, let's say Tupac, me and my girlfriend, I think it's called, or me and my B word. The song where he's talking about, it sounds like he's talking about his girlfriend, but he's really talking about his still. He was talking about his still, okay? And it's like a clever, wordplay. But some people be writing about, like, Satan and shit, and it sounds like they talking about a woman. Especially when they reference angels and stuff like that. Like, oh, she's such an angel. Yeah, I learned about the songwriter secret shit, and I was like, that's interesting. That really is interesting. That's like a creative way to cloak shit, And that's where they get backmasking from, when you play a song backwards and you can hear another message in it. Some of it, I think people be playing around with stuff on, because them clickbait videos, or people that just, they know people like that conspiracy theory shit. But no, some of them songs, like, if you listen to them, you can hear the words in it, which is interesting, which is really, really, really interesting. Yeah, one of them bones. I don't remember his name. I feel bad. I don't know his name. I don't remember all the names. I know there's Busy, Lazy, and I don't remember everybody else, unfortunately. Okay. But yeah, that's the reading, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this. Like I said, I'm going to go live probably later this afternoon. Do some 11/11 little mini How Do They Feel reads if you're interested in that. I'll put the live up scheduled so you can see what time I go live and all that jazz. You're welcome. And I'm gonna hop my assets off of here and eat something. You're welcome, Namiko. You're welcome, sis. You're welcome. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for coming on, because I'm like, it's early, but it's only early where I am. For some of you guys, it might be like the afternoon already, or maybe you're in another part of the world. It might be nighttime where you are. I don't know, or whenever you watch this. But I appreciate you guys for coming on and joining and sharing your time with me. So, yeah, that's all. It's 1 p.m. where you are. It's barely 10. It's 10:01 here. a.m. Yeah, so we have a long day to go. So I will be back on later today in a few hours. So if you guys would like to come back and join, otherwise you guys want to book a reading with me, a coaching session, I got you. Okay. Much love, ladies. I appreciate you guys. Sending love to everybody in the chat. Thank you, sis. Thank you, Tori, for popping up. It's 1 year time too. Yeah, I know, because you like 3 hours away ahead, or 3 hours away, 3 hours ahead of time. So, but yeah, I'll be back later on. So for some of you, it might be later this evening, but yeah, check out my website. I do have new readings. I have the singles read. I have the Unblock My Roads reading, which you can get as a phone session. So check the booking tab for phone readings. 30-minute sessions, 1 hour sessions, coaching sessions are also in the booking tab area. But if you want like an audio recording, something you can play back and listen to, that would be in the shop section. So just hit the shop tab and it'll take you to that. Yeah. And then all my other stuff, my jewelry. Okay, I got some jewelry on there. My sunglasses, things that I've made as well. And I do have my spiritual waters coming. So if y'all like a Florida water head, or y'all like the little spiritual water, ooh, look at that. That's pretty. I think sometimes, like, we like the Florida water for the aesthetic. I know I do. I think it looks so pretty. You want to drink it, but you can't drink it because it's really a cologne. But just like the aesthetic of Florida water, it's just like, oh, it's so pretty. But I make my own. So I have Cananja water, Florida water, and Peruvian Florida water, which all have different properties and also different scents. The Peruvian one personally is my favorite, and it's more of a natural alternative. It's not going to come in this bottle. Obviously, this is actual Florida water, but it has more of a natural alternative. So each Florida water that I've made is closely in resonance with the actual ingredients of these. The only difference is it doesn't have all these fragrances and all these chemicals in it. It actually has the organic things. So like, let's say for instance, some rosemary oil. Instead of the oils, I put rosemary in there. Instead of rose water and oils and all that, like, yeah, there is some essential oils in them, and some blossom water, orange blossom water where it's needed, but majority of my ingredients are natural. So I'll let y'all know when that is available, y'all. Okay. And you might resonate with all three because they all have different purposes and all of that. So once I'm gonna make those available on my shop, I will let you guys know for pre-order, because they do need to sit, because they're all natural. So even if they weren't all natural, you would want all of the ingredients to marinate and to extract, so that when you use it, it's very potent in its properties and also in its scent and its notes. So I have 2 of them that are currently sitting. I'm not able to use them yet. I'm not going to be able to use them probably until the end of the month. So if you order from me, it is going to take a few weeks until you get it, if you're okay with that. Because unless you want to get it and you just let it sit, you let it marinate yourself, you can do that. That's fine. But if you want it to be like extracted, because the thing is that, shit, I wish I would have had them on deck. They're over there on the table and I don't feel like getting up and getting it. But the thing is that all those ingredients, you have to strain it. You have to strain, and then just keep the liquid. Okay, so you have to strain all of the organic stuff out of it and take it out of the bottle. So you're not going to get the bottle with all the shit in it, even though it looks dope like that. It looks pretty, very witchy woo woo woo. But you can't, you don't want like putting it on, like if you're gonna dab yourself or you're gonna put it on your table, you don't want pieces of leaves and shit and herbs all on your shit. You don't want that, and that you're gonna be itchy. Like, who wants rosemary on their neck and shit, So I have to extract it, make sure we take all of the lemon peels and the orange peels and the roses or whatever the ingredients are. You have to extract all of that out, strain it, and then just keep the liquid. And that's what I'm sending to you, is just the liquid. So that's why it's going to take a few weeks. It has to sit, it has to marinate. Okay, so, and then it's going to smell good. They smell good as is. Like, that Peruvian water is my favorite. Like, personally, that scent is my favorite. Like, I wouldn't mind walking around with that on my neck, on my back, okay, on my, like, I wouldn't mind it. So I will let you guys know when they're available. So we have 3 waters: the Florida water, the 𝗛𝗏𝗃, and the Peruvian Florida water, which each have their own different properties and notes and uses. Okay, so much love as always, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, or until later today, I'll see you guys soon. Be blessed, be safe. Make sure you like this video if it resonates with you. Okay, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye. They're like, we're not gonna let you go. It won't let me click out.